Welcome to your global news summary for Sunday, July 20th, 2025. Today we'll cover the world's top stories, political tensions, extreme weather, economic shifts, and more. We start in Europe, where Russia and NATO face off in a tense standoff. In the US, a record-breaking heat wave is putting millions at risk. We'll also examine China's slowing economy and the UK's ongoing migrant crisis. Our coverage highlights how events in one region can ripple across the globe. We'll check in on new Middle East peace talks and Africa's booming tech sector. Global stock markets are reacting to these developments, and we'll break down what's driving investor anxiety. Finally, we'll look at the latest UN climate report and what it means for our planet's future. Our goal: clear, concise updates to keep you informed. Let's dive into today's headlines and see how these stories connect. Thank you for joining us as we explore the news shaping our world. Stay tuned for the details behind each headline. Tensions are escalating along the Russia-NATO border in Eastern Europe. Russia has increased its military presence, moving tanks and aircraft closer to NATO countries. In response, NATO has deployed more troops to Poland and the Baltic states. Leaders from the US, Germany, and France are urging calm and dialogue. The risk of accidental conflict is high, with both sides on alert. Local residents are anxious, watching the military buildup unfold. The global community fears that any misstep could trigger a wider crisis. Energy prices and trade could be disrupted if the standoff worsens. Diplomats are working urgently to open communication channels. The UN has offered to mediate, hoping to prevent escalation. The world is watching, hoping for de-escalation and a peaceful resolution. The next moves by Russia and NATO will be critical. For now, the situation remains tense and uncertain. A historic heat wave is scorching the United States, with temperatures soaring above 115 degrees Fahrenheit in cities like Phoenix. Millions are at risk as hospitals report a surge in heat-related illnesses. Cooling centers have opened, and officials urge people to stay hydrated and indoors. The power grid is under strain, raising fears of blackouts. Farmers are struggling as crops and livestock suffer, threatening food prices. Experts link this extreme event to climate change, warning such heat waves will become more common. The immediate focus is on public safety as the heat is expected to persist. Authorities are coordinating at all levels to manage the crisis. The challenge ahead: preparing for a hotter, more unpredictable future. China's economy is slowing, with GDP growth falling short of expectations at 4.2% last quarter. Factory output and exports are down, while domestic spending remains weak. This slowdown has global consequences, affecting countries and companies that rely on Chinese demand. The government may cut interest rates and invest in infrastructure to boost growth. Lower demand for raw materials is hurting exporters worldwide. International firms are seeing sales drop in China, highlighting global economic interdependence. The world is watching Beijing's next moves closely. Will stimulus measures revive growth, or will the slowdown persist? The ripple effects are already being felt in markets and supply chains. China's economic health remains a key concern for the global outlook. The coming months will reveal if recovery is on the horizon. The UK faces a surge in migrants crossing the English Channel in small, dangerous boats. Over 800 arrivals this week alone are straining local resources and sparking political debate. The government is increasing patrols and working with France, but crossings remain high. Many migrants are fleeing conflict and poverty, seeking asylum in the UK. Processing backlogs and temporary housing are creating frustration and high costs. New agreements and asylum reforms are under discussion. The Channel crisis is part of a larger global migration challenge. Finding a humane, effective solution remains a top priority for the UK. Cautious optimism returns to the Middle East as new UN-mediated peace talks begin. Delegations from both sides are meeting in a neutral country for the first time in months. The immediate goal: a lasting ceasefire and safe delivery of humanitarian aid. Deep mistrust and past failures loom over the negotiations. Ordinary people, weary from conflict, hope for real progress. International leaders are urging flexibility and compromise. Success could bring long-awaited stability to the region. The next few days are crucial as negotiators work on ceasefire details. Even if an agreement is reached, the path to lasting peace will be long. The world is watching, hoping for a breakthrough. For millions affected by war, these talks offer a rare glimmer of hope. The outcome could reshape the region's future. All eyes are on the negotiators as history hangs in the balance. Africa is experiencing a tech revolution, transforming economies and creating new opportunities. Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and Ghana are emerging as innovation hubs. Young entrepreneurs are launching apps and services that address local needs, from mobile payments to agricultural platforms. Widespread smartphone use and internet access are fueling this growth. International investors are pouring billions into African tech startups. The sector is diversifying economies once reliant on natural resources. High-skilled jobs are reducing poverty and building a stronger middle class. Governments are supporting innovation with better infrastructure and digital training. Challenges remain, like unreliable electricity and education gaps. Still, the momentum is strong and the outlook is bright. Africa's tech boom is empowering a new generation. The continent's digital future is just beginning. Global stock markets are jittery, with indexes in New York, London, and Tokyo slipping this week. Investor anxiety is driven by China's slowdown, potential interest rate hikes, and geopolitical tensions. Uncertainty over Russia-NATO relations and economic data is fueling volatility. Higher interest rates could slow growth, making investors cautious. Market swings are affecting retirement savings and investments worldwide. Experts advise caution as choppy trading may continue. Central bank decisions and China's next economic reports are key to market direction. For everyday investors, it's a reminder of how global events impact personal finances. Markets are always shifting, shaped by news from every corner of the world. Investors hope for stability and positive news ahead. The coming weeks will be critical for market confidence. Stay tuned for updates as the situation evolves. The UN's latest climate report delivers a stark warning: the planet is warming at an unprecedented rate. Human activity, especially burning fossil fuels, is driving record temperatures and extreme weather. Recent heat waves, floods, and droughts are clear signs of climate change's impact. Scientists warn that without urgent action, extreme events will intensify, threatening lives and economies. The report urges a rapid shift to clean energy and lower emissions. The window to avoid the worst impacts is closing fast. Solutions include investing in renewables, boosting efficiency, and protecting forests. The upcoming Global Climate Conference will focus on stronger commitments. Leaders face mounting pressure to act decisively. The message is clear: the time for bold climate action is now.